Here's
even damaged.
My car is damaged.
Is where? Is
Right
your...
here. If you want to see, you can
Oh,
come over.
shit.
Why are you hitting my car, lady?
Because it's not damaged. You bitch. Would you tell her to get away from me? She's crazy.
Just talk with her, And
It's not damaged.
I mean, usually what you're supposed to do
You don't
in an
have to-
accident
yeah.
is we exchange information.
Bitch.
You don't have to do that.
You're a crazy bitch.
Is she driving away?
Have a license plate?
Yeah.
Huh?
I got it now. She just drove away.
Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. So in this video this is one of those moments right here. I don't know if you want to call it a oops. You can definitely, it was an accident, right? But this was one of those moments where it all came to a head, right? It was a climactic moment, right? It's just one of those things that, you try not to do, but somehow you get yourself involved in it some type of way. Whether who's at fault, the situation is at hand and it happened. This lady's driving a Hyundai. She looks like she bags into this lady. Look like it's a Trackhawk, right? A Jeep Trackhawk. So, she's not taking accountability. She's pointing the finger to the and she's not even like she's pointing the finger, trying to move the blame away from her, and she doesn't even want to acknowledge that she hit her. She's at the point where, oh no, your car's not damaged, but you hit me. You know what I'm saying? So, damage occurs when that happens. You get what I'm saying? This is 2024. You're not bumping into a car and there's no damage. I'm sorry. It's not happening. So that's what happened. And she's definitely under the influence of something. Right? There's some consumption going on here of illegal or alcohol, right? I don't know what's this lady problem. She looks like she's, 3 doors down from being homeless, right? I don't know, right? She's an older lady, or maybe she's just out here doing fender bender, you know what I'm saying, damage, and this is what happens, okay? But that if you're not there already, that's gonna be the tip of the iceberg. But this is kind of what puts me over. You got this guy. This is like the heartbreaking stuff, okay, guys? This is the heartbreaking stuff. So you got this guy, right? Okay. I seen like a comment that said Earl just came out there to collect carts, right? Oh my goodness, man. And I'm gonna say this before I try to rip this guy's heart out, okay? Or rip anybody heart out who's listening. I think, right, the damage that occurred, we want to try to keep everything to a minimum, right? And I think they did complete that task, right? But it's self-deprivating to watch this. You know what I'm saying? I definitely get it, right? Because like I've said this in recent videos, like, it's kind of hard to like dignify certain things like with a response, of course, right? So I can say that. But this guy is like working on his conjugating verbs, and then like he mumbles. I don't know what, I didn't even hear what he said. He said something. I'm not too sure what he said. It was non-coherent. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. He just stands there for, I don't know, 3 seconds before. And he's like, she goes over there and hugs him, invades his personal space. He's like, you know what? I'm okay with it. We're just trying not to cause any more damage. Okay, I can get that. Right. We're not going to try to subdue this lady who's obviously, breaking the law here. We're just going to, we're going to let her run, and we got the license plate or whatever. But it just seemed like, that's an example. You feel me? That's an example of something that can push you completely over the edge, or push you completely in, right? Like literally. And she's hitting this lady's car. Come on, man. This is some psycho. How does she get behind the wheel of a car? How can she afford to drive? You know what I'm saying? Acting like this. How can she do this and be allowed to? So, you know, he just stands there, this guy. And he's pushing. It's a reason why this guy's pushing. Trust me, 100%. When you know what I'm saying, you run into people. I'm not putting anyone down, but it's a reason why people are where they're at, and people are in the places that they are. That just didn't happen by happenstance. It's a reason. It's a reason. There's reasoning behind this, right? He's just sitting there. He's standing there, right? Very sad. And, fender bender just happened. This lady walks up to this guy and she hugs him. Like in the middle of this chaos and confusion that's going on. And like his response is to laugh and say, you know what, just talk to her. All right. And I think that's a commendable response, right? You can hear the sarcasm. And man, it's just, it's one of those things where, and it almost felt to me like, I mean, at least he did say, did you get the license plate, right? So he was trying. But it was just one of those things where it was just like, it's self-deprivating, right? You know what I'm saying? You would want something to happen to swing the pendulum, swing the momentum in your. But this is what she chose to do. She chose to do a hit and run. She's banging on this lady's car. She's calling her out her name. And yeah, that's what you get. It's just, you got some crazy people walking around. And then you got people that, like this guy, you can tell like he probably wasn't from the United States. He had some type of accent, but it's just one of those things where you can just give a head nod to situations like that, and you can't, like, it's. I'll say this in closing: you cannot do anything. You can't afford to be passed. You can't afford to have your vision, or you can't afford to be stifled in any type of way. You must proceed with progression. You must progress forward, right? And because you're gonna be held down and bogged down, and you're gonna have to interact with people who are not thinking on a high level, and then you're gonna have to be around these people. You're gonna be subject to, right? Like I said, 1 + 1 = 2 all the time, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's sporadic. Did you see that? It was crazy to me, man. Nothing warranted that. It's an accident. It happened, but she was just not in control of reality. Her true self came out. That this is what happens, And very sad to me, man. I just gotta say it. Just very sad, right? People go around living like that, and probably live. You could tell right by the beanie. She definitely lived like a very hard life. She's probably struggled. She's probably been through a lot of struggles and struggling, right? But she got the license plate. Most definitely she's getting that's a hit and run, right? So definitely she's gonna be getting some type of tickets, court date. That's gonna happen. But that's what I got for you guys, man. Peace.